So apparently I was supposed to make this video when I hit 1k subs, and honestly I forgot about it. One of my subs had to remind me, and a lot more others have been disturbing me about it. So after this long ass wait, we're finally here. I'm also just coming out of a 1 month hiatus as well, so what better way to get back in business than the classic Naruto vs One Piece matchup. The Admirals versus the Hokages is a long debated matchup that a few power scalers on this platform have done, most of them doing a terrible job at it if I must say, but nonetheless I'm here to bring you the stone cold facts like I always do, so let's get it. Typically the main admirals are Akainu, Kizaru and Aokiji, but because they'll be going up against the Hokages and we've got 7 of them, I'll be throwing in the other Navy Marines to equal the team. So coming in, we've got Green Bull, Fujitora, as well as the legendary Marines Sengoku and Monkey D. Garp. And to make this fight balanced, everyone has to be in their strongest forms because we don't want excuses, right? So it's hypothetical Prime Garp and Sengoku that will be here. The rest of the Admirals are already in their prime, so no need for any story on that. Now for the Hokage lineup, we've got the god of Shinobi himself, first Hokage Hashirama, Lord 2nd Tobirama, Lord 3rd the Professor Sarutobi Hiruzen, 4th Hokage the Yellow Flash Namikaze Minato, Lord 5th the Slug Princess herself aka my baby, Tsunade Senju. We've got the 6th Hokage, Copy Ninja Kakashi, and lastly the greatest and strongest of them all, Nanadaime Uzumaki Naruto. And like I said earlier, to keep it balanced, I'll be using everybody at their strongest, so Hashirama would be in his prime, his alive version. I'll be using Warak, Tobirama and Hiruzen here due to their best feats being in this form. KCM Minato from the Warak as well, Warak Tsunade. Post-Warak Kakashi, I'll be using post-Warak Kakashi because that's when he becomes Hokage, right? And for Naruto, let's just use KCM 2 Sage Mode, or at worst 6-part Sage Mode. And if you are wondering why I'm not using stronger forms of Naruto like Naruto the Last or Hokage Naruto, I mean, I think it should be obvious why. But watch till the end to find out, I guess. Also, before I begin, chakra is equal to haki, so none of that Logia nonsense here. And it's not like this is some ample advantage either. This is basically the Kages going into the One Piece verse and learning basic armament haki, just enough to neg Logia intangibility. Power levels are still the same and it shouldn't be a problem after all. We're just trying to find out who's truly stronger, so no biggie, right? Now when it comes to scaling the Admirals, in terms of AP, the strongest Admirals here being Prime Garp and Sengoku should at best be in the large planetary ranges, being rivals to Prime Whitebeard and Roger. Whitebeard being the only character stated to be able to destroy the One Piece world, which is somewhat implied to be a large planet. Now, regardless of how you feel about these statements, whether or not you think it's an hyperbole isn't too important. We're just giving them the full benefit. Following those two, Akainu should be much relative to them being able to give old Whitebeard trouble. And then Aokiji and Kizaru are just right behind him in power. They are weaker than him, but they are not scrubs either. Both of them being in the moon level ranges at best. And of course, the 2 weakest admirals are Fujitora and this bum-ass Green Bull who was running from Shanks. Both of these two should be in the multi-continent ranges at best, especially with Fujitora's meteor strikes. And for their durability, it should also be on the same level for the most part, due to the simple fact of being able to tank the counter force of their own attacks. And they also have some limited resistance to Duran Egg when Ryo Haki is factored in. The Admirals also have top tier stamina, freak levels of it actually. In Punk Hazard, Akainu and Aokiji could fight each other for 10 days straight until it finally ended. Even Roger and Whitebeard could fight for 3 days straight in their prime, and Garp and Sengoku could rival these guys, so you kind of get an idea of how much stamina these guys have. Now when it comes to speed, the easiest way to scale all the Admirals is to Kizaru, who is a character stated by Oda himself to be able to move at the speed of light. And Prime Garp, Sengoku and Akainu should be the only ones among the Admirals above this level of speed, but not too far off anyway. I see people try to upscale and wank the hell out of the Admirals by claiming even weaker characters like pre-time skip Luffy's MFTL scaling above the Pacifista, but that's easily debunkable, as we know even though Luffy could react to the so-called light-speed Pacifistas, he was still getting blitzed by a light-speed kick from Kizaru, so obviously 2 + 2 = 4. It was clearly much slower than that. Even from the One Piece 3D 2Y movie, with scaling acknowledged by Oda, its reference to how characters in the verse can barely react to things at the speed of light, even stated to be impossible, so much so that they would require observation haki just to do so. So I think my point here is pretty clear. All of those brain-dead calc stacking those One Piece power scalers be doing is obviously inconsistent by the author and the lore of One Piece. For the most part, the fastest admirals should be in the FTL plus ranges at best, while the weaker ones should cap at FTL, and this is at best. Now moving on to the Hokages, and when it comes to scaling the attack potency, starting with the strongest Kages, the 1st and 7th, As I had said earlier, I'd be using Naruto in a weaker form, which is KCM2 Sage mode. And in this mode, he would casually be many tiers above planetary, massively outscaling both the 9 tails and 10 tails, who are both easily planetary. Stated numerous times to be able to destroy the planet, and unlike the Whitebeard planetary statements in One Piece, there's actually feats in the Narutoverse to support this tier of power. And of course, this applies to Hashirama as well, as when he was alive, he pretty much bullied the 9 tails and turned him into a pet. That's just how easy it was for him. And then even in a much weaker state as an Edo Tensei, he could completely restrain the 10 tails with his deity gates. And we all know how much stronger the 10 tails is to the 9 tails, and both of these guys can contend with the 10 tails Jinchuriki Obito, so it's obviously consistent. KCM, Minato, and Tobirama should also be in the planetary plus ranges, as Minato would have the other half of the same 9 tails that can turn the world into ash, rivaling KCM2 Naruto, who is also planetary, as I've scaled in old videos, and Tobirama being able to destroy the deity gates and harm even Jubito, who is also many tiers above planetary, being superior to Naruto and Hashirama. I hope y'all can see how consistent this shit is. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but even though he lost his Sharingan, Kakashi actually became stronger as Hokage, even more than his Warrior counterpart. Weaker than 6 parts DMS Kakashi, obviously, but stronger than Warrior Kakashi, who was on the same level as KCM1 Naruto, easily calcing in the multi-continent ranges. He even developed a stronger variant of his Chidori, which is Purple Lightning, so his attack potency altogether just increased. And then Hiruzen and Tsunade should be in the multi-continent ranges as well. Hiruzen being able to go toe-to-toe with Guru Zetsu, who was bullying the 5 Kage and the rest of the alliance. And then Tsunade even outpowers the Raikage, who is quite literally superior to the Hachibi by itself. So, once again, super consistent. And their durability would obviously correlate to this. Tsunade, being a tank herself, can just consistently eat attacks from a much superior opponent like Madara. And some of these Kage can just straight up regenerate like Naruto, Hashirama, and Tsunade. Like these three, they are just freaks. You can pretty much rip them in half and they'll survive. While the rest of the Kage here, apart from Kakashi, are Edo Tensei, so you know what that means. In terms of stamina, these guys could fight in the war for multiple days on end. Naruto going as far as fighting 4 planetary characters back to back for 3 days straight without any rest. Hashirama can fight EMS Madara and the 9 tails at the same time for a whole day straight. Minato, Tobirama, and Hiruzen are in their Edo Tensei form, so unlimited stamina. Kakashi's stamina also got way better since he doesn't have the Sharingan anymore, which was constantly draining his chakra 247. Now, in terms of speed, easiest way to scale the speed of the Kage is to compare them to KCM1 Naruto that blazed the Raikage, who is on low ball light speed. In part 1, even Naruto with droplets of QB chakra could outpace light speed Haku. Ambu characters are stated to be light speed, Darui, Temari, Gaara, and Kankuro having light speed feats as well. KCM1 Naruto being faster than all of that, while the rest of the Kage are just beyond this, and it's not even close. With Tsunade being the only contentious one in relativity to KCM1 in terms of speed, we actually see the rest of the Kage simply outdo a much faster Naruto in the war. And 2 of the Kages here can teleport instantaneously using the flying Raijin, which Naruto and Hashirama have fast enough reflexes to react to, by the way, and that's just insanity, honestly. And again, this is all just KCM1, which KCM2 Naruto, Hashirama, Tobirama, and Minato just massively outscale. It's not even funny. And more evidently, in the Kakashi hidden novels, which are canon, post-Warrior Kakashi has light speed feats, and this is without his Sharingan. And this Kakashi isn't even anywhere near his peak or superior to the Kages I mentioned earlier, so I think my point has been made very clear. The fastest Kage should easily be in the FTL plus ranges, having perception speed fast enough to react to teleportation, and the lower Kages are FTL. Now that the analysis is done, how would the fight go? Well, it's a 7-on-7 fight and the Admirals are getting folded like a 2-piece jacket. Not only do the Hokages outscale the Admirals in terms of AP, with Garp and Sengoku being the strongest ones, Naruto, Hashirama, Minato, and Tobirama just possess higher and more consistent AP feats via scaling to the 9 tails and 10 tails, as well as the 6 parts characters. But let me bust your head. Even if the stats were equal in AP, the Hokages could literally get stronger if Naruto decides to arm them up with QB chakra like he did in the war. And we already know it's in character for him to do this because, like I said, he did it in the series, so they are outpowering them no matter how you spin it. And to make things much worse for the Admirals, not only are the Kages arguably superior in speed, they have characters that can teleport themselves anywhere on the entire battlefield at instantaneous speeds, which will make it difficult for the Admirals to land deadly attacks on their opponents, as Tobirama and Minato would have marked the Kages and be able to teleport them out of any danger. And while the Admirals have a wide variety of abilities in their arsenal, the Hokages just have an answer for literally everything they can do. Sengoku uses shockwaves to attack, but the Kages can simply tank that and keep it moving. And it will be much easier to do when they have Kyuubi chakra around them. You know, Naruto, Hashirama, and Tsunade, thanks to their ridiculous regeneration, can shrug off any attacks, while Tobirama, Minato, and Hiruzen can't even die. Garp uses haki punches to throw large-scale DC impacts, but those can be blocked or shielded against. Akano will be throwing down magma attacks, which will be useless because some of these Kages can just tank it and regenerate, while the others won't even die. And Hashirama can create wood constructs that are strong enough to block off Nightale's Biju bombs, which can vaporize mountain to island level ranges in the blink of an eye. So what the hell is Akaino's magma going to do? And that's just DC. And then Green Bull is just trash. He's the trash version of Hashirama in this fight, and he's going to get one shot by Naruto with the Biju Rasengan. Kizaru will get folded by Minato, flying Thunder God on his ass, and then he will see what real speed looks like when Minato turns up on his ass using level 2 flying Raijin. As for Fujitora is a good dude, but he's just mid. His best chance of even doing anything here would be to throw down meteors from outer space, but Naruto and Minato can just nuke that shit to smithereens, while Tobirama furtherizes him using the tandem paper bomb. GG. As for Aokiji and his ice attacks, normally that would have been deadly, but the Kages won't get frozen as confirmed in the Kakashi novels. Shinobis can generate internal body heat by circulating chakra within their body system, and Kakashi actually does this. Already, with the Nightale's chakra shrouding them, getting frozen by ice isn't even gonna work, but even if it did, miraculously, they can just heat up their bodies and break out of that shit, kinda like how Doflamingo shrugged off Aokiji's ice when he wanted to kill Smoker. And then, none of the Admirals have been confirmed to have future sight, but even if they did, it's like, these Kages are used to battling Sharingan users who have multi-step recognition, so what use will future sight be here? And future sight doesn't actually stop you from getting hit. Your body still has to be fast enough to dodge the attack you are seeing, and these guys are slower than Naruto, Hashirama, Minato, and Tobirama. The latter two being able to teleport instantaneously, while the former being able to react to it. So these guys are just in for a beating, honestly. And then you want to talk about real haki. 3 of the Kages here can regenerate on a cellular level and regrow internal vital organs in seconds, while the rest of the team can't even die. Besides, these guys all have experience in fighting the Hyuga clan, who already have Doraemon attacks with Gentle Fist, so they are used to this. Even when it comes down to strategy and battle intelligence, the Kages are so much smarter and tactical than the Admirals, it's just a joke. Already, on the flip side of being able to teleport their own teammates out of the way, the Kages can even mark the Admirals and teleport them in the face of their own fellow teammate attacks, and then they just end up killing each other, which would be hilarious. Because imagine Akaino about to punch Kakashi, right? And then Tobirama or Minato just swaps Fujitora there instead. He's just going to die. And when it comes down to versatility, the Kages have so much jutsu in their arsenal, they can just pull out the most random shit to destroy the Admirals. The Admirals are simply outclassed in every category here. The Kages have a higher AP, and like I said, even if it were lower or equal, Naruto can just arm the Kages with Kyuubi chakra, and with that, their speed and durability would also increase dramatically. Even if anyone on the team got injured, the Kages have Tsunade as the team doctor, as well as 2 other regenerative powerhouses on the side like Naruto and Hashirama. The rest of the Kages already can't die, which means the Admirals are in for a long battle they can never win. And Naruto can make their lives a living hell by flooding the entire freaking battlefield with 1,000 clones, and the Admirals can't even recognize the original. With a simple water dope, Tobirama can neck 70% of the team. It's crazy, but I mean, maybe Aokiji can freeze that, but that's not even really going to help. And I don't get it. Who even thought it was a good idea to match these guys? How are the Admirals supposed to win? They don't even have a counter for the Hokage's abilities. They are already going to lose their mind when they see Naruto clone himself over 1,000 times and spread all of them across the battlefield, with all of them being relative in speed, power, and durability to the original. Like, how are they even stopping that? Where are they going to start from? Because this shit is ridiculously one-sided. Obviously, for someone to reach a conclusion that favors the Admirals winning, it will have to come with a lot of wanking on their end and then lowballing the heck out of the Kages, because what's actually stopping Minato and Naruto from charging a massive Biju bomb and nuking the entire continent just like Naruto and Killer Bee did in the war? Like, which of the Admirals is stopping that? That's what I want to know. Or what's stopping Hashirama from throwing down a barrage of wooden punches which are all strong enough to pulverize Biju bombs and change the entire landscape? Naruto can literally rapid fire his Biju bombs like a machine gun. Which of the Admirals is going to get up from that? 5 Biju bombs at the same time. Even if they get up, they will damn near be at the verge of death. And then at that point, it's like, okay, I'll just kick you to death or something, or follow up with a Rasengan. And remember, I had to use KCM2 Sage Mode Naruto. I literally had to lowball the Hokages because I could have used 6 parts Naruto, which absolutely solos the entire Admiral team on his own, by the way. He would just one-shot every single one. So there is no point in using Hokage Naruto, who is even on a much higher tier of power. That's why you see those One Piece fanboys that make this video, they usually leave Naruto out of it because it would be an embarrassment. And then I could have easily thrown in DMS Kakashi as well, but come on, man. Come on, man. KCM2 Sage Mode Naruto by himself is enough to damn near wipe out the entire team. I even made a video of Naruto versus the 3 Admirals, so go check it out. But this is already a long ass video, so let's just end it here. The Hokages will destroy the Admirals. They are simply better at literally everything possible, and they have a counter to every single ability any Admiral can pull out. They are much smarter and they have better teamwork dynamics, and the versatility, the gap in versatility is just stupid, you know. I see how these One Piece power skill has been wanking the hell out of One Piece character speeds, calking them to MFTL. I can do the same thing. I can get the Hokages to MFTL too. But you know, enough of that stupidity, man. That's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm expecting my comment section to be a war zone. You guys should not disappoint me. All the TikTok fanboys, I need all of you in my comment section. I want to see the tears. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed it for real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.